Hey guys, CoffinSkate here, and in this video I want to talk about all the games I have for all the Nintendo consoles, specifically the consoles, not so much the handhelds. I figured rather than just doing individual videos covering all the different Nintendo consoles, just individual ones for each console, I figured it'd be better if I just did a video that included all of them, because I don't have enough games for each console to really justify doing a separate collection video for each one. And like in the case of Switch, I haven't really played much of many of the games I own for the Switch, if I'm being honest. So I figured why not just throw them into a whole video where I show off all the games I own for all the Nintendo consoles. So that being said, we're gonna go in order of the release of each console. So it starts off with N64. I do not have anything for the NES or the Super Nintendo. There are a couple games I want for them, but those consoles are bitch and a half to collect for. But anyways, so Nintendo 64, Gamecube, Wii, Wii U, and then Nintendo Switch. So, and I'm counting Switch as a console. Yeah, I hear more people talk about it as like I hear some people count it as like a handheld. I don't know. That's a whole different gray area. I mean, you can take it on the go. You can, use it as just solely a console. Just counting it as a console here. So, anyways, without further ado, starting off with N64 games. Starting off with Army Men Sarge's Heroes. This game, all the games I have for the N64 are card only, by the way. So, anyways, this game was a really fun sort of third-person action game, or third-person shooter. And I remember just playing this in multiplayer. I haven't played it in years, so I don't know if it holds up by today's standards, but or how well it holds up, but I remember this being quite fun. Next, Ocarina of Time, and yes, you have to forgive, or Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, you have to forgive my ratty-ass-looking copy of this game. Maybe I should see about getting a better conditioned copy of this game. But anyways, so Ocarina of Time. This was a game I remember playing a lot as a kid. I never ended up doing a full run of this, and I definitely have to change that at some point. But I loved this game as a kid, and I haven't played it in years, but it's a great game. Next is Revolt for the N64. Yeah, you're going to have to forgive my shitty-looking carts for these, but anyways, yeah, so Revolt. I think I actually got this from a Radio Shack back when... are Radio Shacks still a thing? Let me know. But, yeah, Revolt's a really fun sort of kart racer. I remember this, it wasn't really a kart racer. It used, like, RC cars, and this was just super fun. It had, like, Mario Kart-style power-ups, and I love this game. I haven't played it in years, once again, but this is just a really fun racing game. Found out later on this was released on other platforms like the original PlayStation, I think the Dreamcast, and PC as well. So, and this is supposed to have a version on the original Xbox with online multiplayer, but I think that was canceled. So, or I at least don't know the specifics on it, but yeah. And lastly, Vigilante 8 for the N64. Last time I remember playing this in multiplayer, the frame rate was dog shit, but regardless, I think this is a great game. This is a great sort of clone to the, or a great sort of, I don't know what you call it, like a great Twisted Metal clone. I mean, Twisted Metal, one of my favorite PlayStation IP aside from Bloodborne, and this is a great clone, honestly. It's got like the 70s sort of style, and has a really great soundtrack, and I know this is also released on a PlayStation. I think the Dreamcast as well. I could be wrong on that. I know for certain the second one got released on Dreamcast. But I know this game got released on the N64, or sorry, PS1, and there's even a version of this in the Game Boy Color, which I have. Yeah, a great game, great soundtrack as well. I've heard the PS1 soundtrack, and yeah, the quality is better, but I'm really partial towards the N64 soundtrack. I think it's really good. Alright, next is Gamecube. Honestly, I've seen a lot of people recently say the N64 was better. Hot take, I like the Gamecube more, mainly because I think the controller is much better, and if I'm being honest, some games don't hold up, quite a few games don't really hold up as well in the N64, so I know hot take, but don't get me wrong, the N64 has a bunch of great games and whatnot, and I have my siblings and I, we all have like a collection that we share with each other and whatnot. It's a collection for all of us, and our collection, we have a lot more games. This is just from my personal collection, but in terms of like what is for my siblings and I, holy shit, we have a lot more games. We have like Castlevania 64. I love how that's the first game I name off. Super Mario 64. We just recently got Mario Kart 64. I'm trying to remember some of the other ones. I don't know. Names of some of them are escaping me. But oh yeah, Mario Party 2. That's one of our favorites. Mario Party 3 we got recently, or one of my siblings got recently. Yeah, so absolutely love Mario Kart. Or absolutely love the N64. But again, for me, I kind of have more of a love for N64. Sorry, Gamecube. Oh, my shit's all over the place today, but Gamecube, though, well, I'd say I'm more nostalgic over the N64. I personally say I like the Gamecube more. So even though I don't have a huge Gamecube collection, but I digress. So starting off, Bionicle. Yeah, great start here. I haven't got around to playing this yet. Or no, I played this a little bit, like around when I got it, but I haven't really played it much since. It's supposed to be like an action platformer, and you know, I'm a huge Bionicle fan. I loved Bionicle. I didn't grow up with like the early stuff, like the Toa Nuva or stuff like that. I grew up with like the Toa Anika, Toa Anika, and the Paraka. That's what I grew up with. So I got into like Bionicle around when that was a thing. And I also got like some older sets, like some of the spider ones and shit, but yeah, so I haven't really gotten around to playing this one a whole lot. I definitely plan on playing more of it though. I have one other Bionicle game, it's Bionicle Heroes, which that's the one with the Toa and Aika, so. Next, this was one of the games I wanted the most when it came to buying games for the GameCube, and that is Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. Unfortunately, a GameCube exclusive. I'm not sure what the likelihood of this game being re-released is, but essentially this is a survival horror game with a really interesting mechanic in that you have a sanity meter that increases the more you take damage. I can't remember exactly how it worked, but basically the higher that went, the more the game would actually fuck with the player. So it will do stuff like turn the volume down, or act like it was turning the volume, or the volume was going down on its own, or like it would fake you out and delete your save file, or pretend that you just finished the demo for the game. And it does a lot of really interesting stuff, and I love to see like another game come out on like the Switch or something like that that does stuff like that. So, but yeah, this was a survival horror game I've been wanting to get, or I was wanting to get for a while at the time, and unfortunately I didn't. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the manual. I'll have to see about getting that at some point, but this is a really awesome survival horror game when I played of it. So never finished it, but it's really good. Another game that was like a must-buy for me that I really needed to get was F-Zero GX. This was, out of any arcade racer, this is the one I wanted the most. Unfortunately, this game, I don't know how much this game goes for now. I haven't checked since I bought it, but I want to say this is like, I want to say I paid like $60, $70 for this, but I'm glad I picked it up now because this was a racing game that I wanted to play, and I love F-Zero on the Super Nintendo, and really wanted to have the GameCube game before everything on the GameCube got stupidly expensive, and yeah, so I haven't played this one a whole lot either, but from what I have played of this, my god, this is so much fun. It is so fast-paced, and yeah, I definitely want to play more of this. I would love to see like even just a remaster of this with online multiplayer would be amazing. Just Nintendo, bring back F-Zero, come on. So, alright, this blank case, unfortunately, is a disc-only copy of Zelda Collector's Edition. I'm so sorry for any hardcore GameCube collectors, but let's just say I didn't really take good care of some of my cases when I was a kid. But anyways, so this was, if you're not familiar with this, this is a small collection of some GameCube games. It's a collection of different Zelda games. It includes the original Zelda, includes Zelda 2. What's the other one? Oh yeah, Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. So it does also include a demo for Wind Waker. However, try as I might, I cannot get it to work on here. It's probably because the disc is scratched to hell. So, but this is a great little compilation. It is really expensive though, so if you can find it, definitely. If you can find it for a good price, definitely grab it. So, yep. Metroid Prime. I did get the remastered for this on the Switch, and the remastered version is a million times better than this. It looks gorgeous, and is a really fun game. And the original was also really good. I never finished the original, but if you never played Metroid Prime, get the remaster on the Switch. It is a million times better. It has better controls, yeah, that's the main thing. Better graphics, better controls. It looks gorgeous. Cannot recommend this game enough. Specifically the Switch version, which you'll see the Switch version later. Resident Evil 0. I didn't really get that far into this. I got this in a trade. I traded a copy of like Borderlands for the 360 for this. Yeah, I haven't finished this game, but I do have the remastered version of this on the PS4, and that'll be the version I play when I do get to this. So, now the Resident Evil remake. I love this game. I've only played through the GameCube version once. But damn, was this a good game. This game was awesome. It graphically still holds up quite well today. It's a great playing game. I love all the new changes and whatnot. They obviously, like I said, the game looks a million times better than the original. Updated dialogue, new areas, new weapons. This is how you do a remake. If you are companies, if you're looking for a way to remake a game, this is the best example. And also, aside from Resident Evil 3 remake, the more recent Resident Evil remakes are a great example. Same for like the Dead Space remake and yeah. So, original Resident Evil 2. I do not have the PS1 version. I'd love to get that at some point, but the original Resident Evil 2. Actually, no, I take that back. I do have this on the PS1 as well, and I have it on. Yeah, I have. Sorry, the PS3 version. God, I cannot speak today, but I have the version of this. It's on the PS3 and the Vita store. But yeah, this is a great game. Love the original Resident Evil 2. The GameCube version just has slightly better graphics. So if you never played Resident Evil 2, if you can get it, the GameCube version is really good. Resident Evil 4, for the longest time, my favorite Resident Evil. Absolutely love this game. And the thing is, I probably wouldn't have picked this up. I probably wouldn't have this now were it not for the fact that I found out, like, around the time when I bought this, the thing that made me say, okay, fuck, I need to buy the GameCube version, was the fact that there is a glitch where you can suplex enemies as Ashley. That's why I had to pick up the GameCube version as soon as I found out about that. But to be honest, though, I haven't gotten that far into the GameCube version, but either way, I probably would have still picked this up anyways for collector reasons, because I love the Resident Evil series so much. But Resident Evil 4, great game. Soul Calibur 2 for the GameCube. Now, this is actually my second copy, no pun intended, of the GameCube version, because I had a copy of this ages ago. I still do, honestly. I still have my old copy. That doesn't work anymore. So, I got this version because I wanted to, play Soul Calibur 2 with Link. I wanted to play the version that has Link in it. So, much like everyone else, this was my first Soul Calibur. Much like a lot of people who played Soul Calibur 2, this is the version I got. And yeah, this is a great game. I absolutely love it. However, I did play a lot of the Soul Calibur games that came out after this, so I absolutely love Soul Calibur 2. You can now get this on... Actually, no. Now that I think about it, this game was remastered for the PS3 and 360. However, that game's been delisted, unfortunately, so... The only way to play that version now is if you already bought it, or if you have a modded PS3 or 360. Or, in the case of the 360, you can still find codes for this, for the 360, so just something to keep in mind. Alright, next, this is actually a demo disc for Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3 Rebel Strike, and I don't remember how I got this, but, it includes a demo for Rogue Squadron 3, the original Star Wars arcade game from Atari. And yeah, neat little demo disc. I remember, I kind of remember where I got this. I think I got this from a garage sale, and I think about it, like ages ago. Yeah, so Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3 preview disc. And lastly, for GameCube, Super Monkey Ball. I've only played this a few times, but this is a fun game. I know there's a new one, or two new ones on the PS4 and PS5. There's Banana Blitz, I think it was called, and then Banana Mania. I think both of those are actually on Switch. I should be saying Switch because, you know, we're talking about Nintendo stuff, but yeah, I know there's like two new Super Monkey Ball games on more recent platforms. Definitely needs to go grabbing those. Alright, next to the Wii. Now, the Wii has a lot of shovelware, don't get me wrong, but there are actually quite a few excellent games for the Wii. And, you know, got a handful of some games that I think are worth checking out. So, starting off, again, great start here, Castlevania Judgment. Now, fun fact, the people who, if I'm correct, I think this is actually developed by the same team that made Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah, a little fun fact for you. I don't know if it even says in the manual or some shit. Hold up. Is there any credits in here? Yeah, there's nothing talking about the credits. Well, anyways, yeah, this is a arena fighter set in the Castlevania, set in the world of Castlevania, and it is. I loved this game as a kid. Coming back to this game now, it's interesting. The character designs, if this wasn't Castlevania, are sick as fuck. But considering this is supposed to be Castlevania, I'm kind of mixed on the character designs. But this is a great, or a solid fighting game. I shouldn't say solid, but it's a decent fighting game. So, yep. I remember playing the shit out of that when I was a kid, so like I said, I loved it as a kid. Nowadays, not the biggest fan of it. Mario Strikers Charged, one of the few sports games I have in my collection, and this game is great. I absolutely love it. So arcadey, so much fun, so over the top as well. It's a really fun game. If you haven't played Mario Strikers Charged, it is a great game. Metroid Other M. This game is something else. I haven't played it in years, but I remember really enjoying it. I thought the gameplay was a lot of fun, but it's been years, so I'm not sure how I feel about it now. So, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. Love the fuck out of this game. This is an awesome Metroid game. Prime 3 is a really fun game. Yeah, I've beaten this on normal mode and hard mode. I started on hyper mode, and I could never get past the part where you're supposed to disable the cannons. But man, is this a fun game. Haven't played it in years, but if you've not played Metroid Prime 3, last I heard, I think the Metroid Prime games are starting to go up in price, but if you haven't played this yet, definitely check it out. Hopefully, this game gets a remaster for the Switch, because that would be awesome. Resident Evil 4 for the Wii. This is debatably the best version of Resident Evil 4, of course, excluding the PC version. I mean, you can play the game with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck, you aim with the Wii Remote, and it's an awesome version of the game. I don't know how much this version goes for, but if you never played Resident Evil 4 and you want to play it on a console, this is the best version to play. I just wish the Switch version was the same way, where you could just point and shoot with the Joy-Con, because that would be amazing. So, maybe Capcom will release an update. Actually, no, the Switch version has been out for a while, so I'm not sure how likely that is. But, yeah, Resident Evil 4 is an awesome game. Sin and Punishment Star Successor, a pretty awesome sort of shoot 'em up. I haven't beaten this yet, but it is one I'd like to go back to and finish. It's a great game. Yeah, it's really fun. If you haven't played Sin and Punishment Star Successor, I don't know how much this game goes for, but it's worth it. Spectrobes Origins. For the two people who remember what Spectrobes is, so if you're not familiar with the Spectrobes series, this is a series of action RPGs that is essentially Pokemon in space. And this game is supposed to be, it's, the third game in the series, and it kind of goes into like some backstory stuff. And the story I remember being pretty interesting in this, and the combat was a lot of fun. Banging soundtrack as well. So, haven't played this one in years, but I remember having a lot of fun playing this. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I know everyone likes to dog on this game, but honestly, I had a lot of fun playing this. This game, I would say, still beats out any of the current Smash Brothers games content standpoint. The content this game had was insane. You had the Subspace Emissary, you had like all the, I think there was like a mission mode in this. I can't remember. It's been years since I played this game, but I absolutely love Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I'm very nostalgic about it. That game was fun. Trauma Center New Blood. Gotta be honest, I haven't got around to playing this, but I will say, Trauma Center Second Opinion was amazing. This is a remake of the DS game, which I need to get my hands on, but if you're not familiar with the Trauma Center series, this is a visual novel sort of surgeon simulator game. This is a surgeon simulator before it was cool, or before it became like a really hard physics-based puzzle game. It was developed by Atlas, so this game is great. Banging soundtrack, great story, and honestly, I would 100% believe it if this was like confirmed to be connected to like the SMT series. But excellent franchise, for excellent game at least. I haven't beaten the other ones, but this is a great game. And by the way, if y'all want to hear a great final boss theme, check out the final boss theme for Trauma Team and also Trauma Center New Blood. Amazing. Also, Second Opinion is a great final boss theme. So, anyways, moving on to Wii U. I have two Wii U games here. So, starting off with, okay, I guess we're starting off with this one. Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. This was supposed to be Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem, and it's being developed by Atlas. However, as you can tell, it turned into something completely different, honestly. It's still supposed to be like an SMT crossover with like Fire Emblem, but honestly, this feels more like Persona with references to Fire Emblem. So, like a huge emphasis on music. So I never finished this game, honestly. I got like 11 hours into it, and I really enjoyed what I played of it, but I never got around to finishing it. It doesn't help that around that time, I guess I was kind of falling out of love with Wii U. I was kind of over the Wii U and whatnot. But on top of that, not too long after getting this, I ended up getting my PS4. So, but there is a version of this out now on the Switch, though, so I want to see about grabbing that and maybe finishing it at that point. And then Wind Waker HD, honestly, way better than the original Wind Waker. Here's the thing, I never finished the original Wind Waker, and I have a copy of it, but I'm not including it here because it doesn't work. So, but that's what happens when you lend your game out to people, by the way, so just saying. But anyways, so, yeah, Wind Waker HD. Yeah, this game is awesome. It looks gorgeous. It's, yeah, this is honestly the only Zelda game I've done a full playthrough of, and I absolutely love it. Awesome soundtrack. Dragon Roost Island, best song I've ever heard in a Zelda game, so I absolutely love Wind Waker HD. I love some of the stuff you could do with the touchscreen or with the Wii U gamepad, so, but at the same time, the idea of the Wii U gamepad is kind of, I feel, was like part of the downfall with the Wii U. So that being said, there's still some Wii U games I'd like to get my hands on, like, I share some games with my siblings, have like a shared collection. This is just stuff from my personal collection. But we have stuff like Zombie U, and what's the other one? We have a couple other Wii U games, Nintendo Land, because we got like the deluxe bundle. So, and later we got the Zelda themed Switch. It was a used one, but yeah, I'm trying to remember what else we have. I can't remember, but at one point I did have Mass Effect 3 and, what's the other one? Yeah, Mass Effect 3 and Black Ops 2 for the Wii U, which were actually pretty solid versions of those games, so yeah. Alright, lastly is the Switch, which I gotta be honest, I don't play my Switch too often. I have the Switch OLED, and it's amazing. You know, some games look absolutely gorgeous on the OLED screen. A lot of games look absolutely amazing on the OLED screen, but I gotta be honest, I don't really use it all too much. So like when I first got it, I was using it all the time, but nowadays I don't really use it all too much anymore, and I gotta be honest, there's a lot of the games I have for the Switch I still have not finished, so... Hey, let me put it to you this way. On my Switch, I've only beaten 3 games. One of them is, you know, here. But the other 2 are games I have digitally, and those games are Portal 1 and 2. Games I've already beaten on PC, so... But, yeah, I do want to play my Switch more often, or a lot more. There are games on the Switch that I want to play more of, but we'll get to that. So, starting off with the one special edition I have, and that is the Shin Megami Tensei 5 Fall of Man Premium Edition. So, only special edition I have for a Switch game. And I never finished this game. I gotta be honest, I never finished it. But there's an updated version of this coming out on all platforms, and that's the version I'm waiting for. I'm also just waiting for that to come out. Very excited for that. That was, because like one issue I had with this game was like it wasn't really the frame rate was kind of all over the place. It ran pretty decently, but there was definitely some slowdown. Not so much slowdown, but the frame rate would drop here and there, and I don't know. I was honestly just hoping for a version of this game that wasn't only on the Switch, so that was, you know, on other platforms, so it ran better and whatnot. So, but now this game is coming out for the Switch, or sorry, for the PS5, and that's the version I'm waiting for. So, which I have it on pre-order as well. So, very excited for that. But that being said, when I did play Shin Megami Tensei 5, awesome game, great soundtrack as well. All right, Animal Crossing: New Horizons. Gotta be honest, I haven't put a whole lot of time into this. I would like to play more of it though, because this is something that is such a just completely out of left field compared to everything else I play nowadays. So it's definitely one I'd like to play more, because I like what I've played of it so far. Next, Astral Chain, another game that I haven't really played a whole lot of, but yeah, done by Platinum Games. I've heard it's a really great game, one of the best games on the Switch, so... Bayonetta, had to grab this because it's a, from my understanding, it's supposed to be a limited print for the Switch, so... Yep. I never finished Bayonetta. I have the, sort of updated port on the PS4 that runs at Lock 60. I have that, and I've gotten a couple hours into that, but I never finished it, so... Definitely would like to, though, because it's, very clearly, kind of a spiritual successor to Devil May Cry, and it's badass, so awesome soundtrack as well. Bravely Default 2, never played it. I do have the first Bravely Default in 3DS, and I kind of want to play through that first, even though I've heard Bravely Default 2 you don't need to play the previous games, but I still would like to. Disgaea 1 Complete. Gotta be honest, I haven't played this one a whole lot either. Like I said, I haven't played many of the games I have on the Switch I haven't played a whole lot of, but Disgaea 1 Complete is a game that I definitely would like to play more of. I got this for Christmas a while ago, and the Disgaea series has been on my bucket list for a while. I've heard really good things about the series, I've heard how absurd it gets, so definitely want to play more of that. Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. So this I mainly got purely for collector reasons, but well, that, and if you have a save file of this game, you get an extra song from this game. You get this game's version of Dearly Beloved for the Hollow Bastion stage in Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is a game I share with my siblings as well. So, you know, it's a great rhythm game. If you like rhythm games, you will enjoy this, especially if you like music of the Kingdom Hearts series. But if you're not into rhythm games, but you are a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, just look up the new story content for this game, because there's only 15 minutes worth of it, so just saying. Because honestly, playing through the game itself, it's really just like a recap of everything that has happened, minus the stuff in Union Cross. So, Breath of the Wild, haven't finished this game, but it's really good. It's a really awesome open world game. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I want to say this is the most recent Switch game I bought. Yeah, I don't think I've bought a Switch game since I got this, but the best version of Mario Kart, hands down. I also have the Booster Course Pass, so I got an extra 48 tracks. So this game, I did share a copy of this with my siblings, but I eventually just bought myself a copy because where I work, we were having a sale on this, so I had to grab it. I absolutely love Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is a go-to racing game for my siblings and I. We absolutely love this game. And that's also a game where I was trying to get gold star or 3 stars on all the cups, and I've done it for base game Grand Prix up to mirror mode, I want to say. So, Metroid Dread. Shame to say I haven't gotten that far into this either. So, but that is a game I'd like to play more of. Metroid Prime Remastered. Also haven't beaten this yet, but this is the best version of Metroid Prime. Nier Automata, the End of the Yorha edition. I mean, do I really need to go into detail about this game? I absolutely love Nier Automata. Amazing game. I played through this on the PS4. I platinumed it on the PS4, and it is fucking amazing. Absolutely love Nier Automata. And how does this version compare to the PS4 version? It's actually a pretty solid version of the game. You know, it only runs 30 FPS at most. That's the highest it will run. And yes, there's definitely visual downgrades, but for a Switch port of this game, this is amazing. Honestly, it has the DLC on it, minus like the day one DLC they had when the game originally came out. And then there's even some exclusive costumes that are only in this version of the game. Actually a great version of the game, and I also don't understand why the fuck those Kingdom Hearts collections and Kingdom Hearts 3 were only cloud versions, because if y'all can get this game ported to the Switch natively, why can't y'all do that for the rest of the Kingdom Hearts series? That's mind-boggling, especially considering that Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Nier Automata, and The Witcher Goddamn 3 are all have native ports on the Switch. And yet the Kingdom Hearts games, 1.5 plus 2.5, 2.8, and Kingdom Hearts 3 can't get native ports. Anyways, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, I know a lot of people were kind of disappointed with this. This is great, in my opinion. Honestly, I'm fine with the way it is. All I could really ask for is just a graphical upgrade with some new features. I don't really have much of a problem with like the chibi look of the characters or anything, but that's just me. So that's just my dumbass opinion. So, but also like Diamond is my favorite generation of Pokemon, and I don't know. So I really like Diamond. Pokemon Violet. Also haven't gotten that far into this game yet either, but I've been really meaning to. I hear, despite the glitches this game had when it came out, I hear this is like the best Pokemon game, but I haven't really played a whole lot myself, so I don't have much to say on it. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster. Had to grab this because this is my second favorite turn-based RPG, only right behind by Persona 5 Royal. This game, it's amazing. Its story is super interesting. The world, the gameplay. I love this game so goddamn much. If you've never played Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, this is a great game. Highly recommend this. And also, I know, this kind of box art where it's just like an up-close picture of the main character. In a lot of instances, it's never worked. Case in point, Metal Gear Solid 4. But in this one instance, this box art is sick. I think it works so well with this game, so yeah. And lastly, for the Switch, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. This game, at least with this game, I can kind of give an excuse for this game as to why I haven't put a whole lot of time into this. I guess I could say the same thing with Breath of the Wild, but this is a game I've been meaning to play. But this is a massive game. Like, this game can take you easily 100 plus hours to finish. because there's so much in this game. And yeah, I'm playing through Persona 3 Reload, and that's not much better. Same with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but I don't know. It's I don't know. I can't really devote all my time to like multiple. I can't devote all my time between multiple RPGs at once. I've tried and I can't do it. So, but this is a game I'd like to play more of. I like what I played of it so far, though. Soundtrack is really good. Graphically, this version looks amazing. The battle system really reminds me of like an MMO. So, but it is definitely a game I want to play more of. And yeah, this version also has like a new story or some new story content in it. So, but yeah, I hear these are deep RPGs, and definitely would like to play more of that at some point. So, there you have it. That is my collection of all the games I own for all the Nintendo platforms. Again, only N64, and after. So N64, GameCube, Wii U, and Switch. So yeah, there you have it. I do plan on doing a video for my Nintendo handheld game collection as well. I'll be covering Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, DS, and 3DS, so basically all of them. And then if you guys want me to do a video on my handheld PlayStation game collection, or my PlayStation handheld game collection, let me know, because I'd like to your guys' feedback on it. If you guys have any ideas for videos, let me know. So there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe for more content. I'm CoffinSkate signing off, and have a great rest of your day.